Alright, so I felt the need to make this video because so much has been going on in this world lately to where it's like, I don't even know. I don't even know what to do anymore, honestly. Like, so many people are going through so many different things that we all just don't know about. And so many people just need some help mentally. They allow themselves to just accept what's in the moment instead of what could be if you put your mind to that instead. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not easy to talk about, honestly. I've had a long morning. It's already 3:30 in the afternoon, and almost almost a month ago, a friend I had growing up in my teens committed suicide because life was too much for her. People were too mean to her. No one ever really gave her a chance to show what she could really do with herself and her life. Yeah, she struggled with addiction. She was in and out of depression. She had a lot of drama in her life growing up, you know? She was never really given a chance due to her surroundings and never being able to get out of it. I I was always there as someone she could go to talk to, but I was never part of that crowd that she hung out with, you know? And she couldn't handle all of the stuff that was just still never ending. And she chose to end her life to get out of it. And honestly, that's what happened for her to be able to get out. Not just out of life, just out of Florida, out of all of her struggles. And she tried so many times, so many other different ways to do that, and it just never worked. She knew that was the only way that would last, and it worked. It's just really, really hard to even think of. It's hard to even wrap my head around it. It still just doesn't make sense. I still can't believe it. It's crazy how much people struggle, and we always think it's to get attention or for drama, or they're not really like that. But they there's something that makes them do it, whether it's for attention or not, but there's still some struggles that they're having that we just ignore or make fun of them and aren't really there. So they turn to the drugs, they turn to the people who enable those drugs, who give them those drugs, who just say this will make you feel better. This will make it all go away. This is the way. This is this. And that's what sucks. Because it's just that easy. Because it's a lot more simple to just do that. Um, and then as far as today goes, it's another friend of mine. She tried she tries a lot to get out of situations too. But at the same time, she doesn't help herself enough. She doesn't think she's worthy enough of actual love. She thinks that she deserves whatever love she gets, and that's not the way that works. It's not. You deserve everyone. Everyone deserves love. It might not be the same love for everyone, but everyone deserves love in their own way that fits them. that makes them happy, that completes them. And it's just so hard for me to watch my friends, people close to me, struggle with all of these things. And I can't be there to help every one of them. It's so hard. It really is. Like, so many of my friends struggle with so many different things: addictions, mental health, depressions, financial problems, anything, everything. All of my friends that I know, people I'm acquainted with, have all these problems. Not everybody's strong enough to deal with them, and it's really, really hard to watch that. I try to be there for as much as I can, for when I can. It's just, I try to show by example in my own way of life, to show that it's not always going to be hard. It's not always going to be something you can't get through. You have to see the light at the end of every dark thought, every negative feeling, every hole you feel like you're in. As low as you feel, you have to be able to just know, just know that's not it. That's not the end. That's not the way that goes. This is just showing you how bad things can get, but how hard you can come back from them, you know? You're able to do that. Things happen to you for you to be able to conquer those things and get through them. It makes you so much stronger inside. It makes you feel so much better to just look back at those times and just know that you were in that situation and here you are now, in this moment. I tell people that from my struggles, from the stuff that I've personally been through. I felt like I was at a really, really low time in my life. I had no one, literally no one but my daughter. And I figured out a way to get on my feet. I was a full-time associate at my job. My daughter was just starting pre-K. She was in pre-K. And I didn't drive. And I had no one. Her biological dad was not helpful at all. He just added to all that, actually. He did not help a thing. So I had family, but no family could help me in that time. It wasn't their problem. It was my time to figure it out for me, for my daughter, for my family. And I was able to do it. I was able to get on my feet, get a roof over me and my daughter's head, and maintain my job and keep her in school. Somehow, some way, I figured it out. But man, I will tell you right now, I never in my life thought I would be where I am today. That night that I had that big breakdown, that night that I sat outside and I looked up in the sky at the moon and I just broke down, felt so alone. Something in me brought me back from that. And here I am. I'm in a 3-bedroom house. I'm married, and now I have my son as well. My daughter is 9. She's going to 4th grade. And I'm learning how to drive. Well, not learning, getting more comfortable behind the wheel, I guess. I know how. But it's just, and I'm happily married. I have a great man who stepped up to be my daughter's father. I have a great man who decided he wanted to make a family with me. He wanted to be there for me and my daughter. He wanted to do that. He didn't have to. No one made him. He wanted to be there. He wanted to make up for all the things that I've done wrong. all the people that have done me wrong, all the things that I've been through, all the struggles I have been through has brought me to where I am now. And I am so strong for all of it. So anytime I have any hiccups, any thoughts of what ifs and why am I here and what is going on in this world, it would just be so better if I just wasn't here. I can look back at those times and see that I made it through, and it was all for a reason. Everything that's brought to you is all for a reason. Even if it breaks your heart into millions of pieces, I promise you it's for a better good. I promise you, on God, it's for a better good. And you'll never know when that is, what it is, why it is. It'll just be. It will happen, though. It will. And if you were meant to die young or meant to die old, you will never know. Just know that you can keep going, though. You can keep going. Keep fighting it. Keep knowing that you can get through it all of it. And with that being said, mental health is absolutely no joke. So if you ever need someone to talk to, someone to vent to, someone to laugh with, someone to cry with, a shoulder to lean on, like, reach out, never hesitate to reach out to anybody. If they're not there for you, come to me. I might not even know who you are, but I'll listen. I'll help if I can. I will just be there. I have my own life, I have my own things going on, but I will be there. Just send a message. Send a message. It might not be in person or on the phone, but I will be there, and I will hopefully get you through your problems. Hopefully get you to see, you are strong enough to get through it. You are worthy enough to be loved. You are worth so much more than you let yourself have. Never allow anyone to downgrade your feelings, to make you believe any different. Nothing. You are beautiful. You are handsome. You are capable. You have potential. Life is limitless if you allow your mind to let you think that way. You're capable. Everything is within you through God. God will always be there. Know that God is great, and God will always have your back. Even at the lowest and where you're feeling alone, God is there. It's all part of it. It's all a part of it. That's all. That's all I always tell myself. That's all I always tell my husband. It's all I tell anyone. It might not make sense now. It might not make any sense right now. At all. Like, not one bit. Like, why the fuck? But honestly, it's all for a reason. It's all part of it. It just is. The more you question those things, the more unanswered questions you'll have. Because you'll never know until those times occur. That's just how that goes. And that's why you just have to keep trying. Never give up. You're allowed to break down. You're allowed to cry. You're allowed to feel mad. You're allowed to feel angry. You're allowed to feel alone. You're allowed to feel all of the things you want to feel. Just don't allow them to take you over. Don't allow those things to be the real. Don't allow those things to happen and make it seem like there's no other way. Because there's always another way. There's always going to be better times, better thoughts, better days, better love. You're just gonna have to get through it. You have to work through anything that happens. I tried so hard with Caitlin. I really did. I was always there telling her she had the potential. She was worthy of love. She deserves so much better than she allowed herself to have. I literally saw that she was trying. I'm not used to doing all this shit on camera, I'm sorry. But I was trying with her. She seemed like she was going in a better direction this last year. You know, she's gonna do what she does. That's the way she was. But she was trying to get her mind right. She was trying. Watching her live while she was live on that topic was really hard. But I understand why I had to be the one to watch. And I'm okay knowing that she's finally free from all of her struggles. But to have my friend this morning try to do the same things, and she actually has kids, is really hard. It was like, it was really traumatic to watch Caitlyn. Like, that really fucked up my head. So it's really traumatizing. I never had anything like that in my life happen to me. Like, I watched that shit on TV, but to have that shit really happen in front of me on my phone like that was a whole different story. Like, fuck. But this morning when my other friend was trying to do some shit like that, it was fucking me up again. Like, this can't be happening. Like, she just saw what happened to Caitlyn. Why would you even, like, but she's tired. People are just tired. But you guys have to see that you can just keep going. You can. And I'm here, and I was able to get her to see. I was able to get Jess to see that this afternoon at the point when it was done. I was able to get her to see, you know, you have your kids. Caitlyn didn't have kids. She tried to have them, but she didn't. But Jess, she had some. And that was her strength, and I kept trying to tell her over and over and over again, those are your strengths. Never forget, those are your strengths. That's the love you need. That's all the love you need. You literally have 3 boys and you're still trying to find it somewhere else. It's not that way. It's not that way. You have the love you need. You just need to see it. The right one will come when it's time. Stop looking. Work on yourself inside. Because that's where it starts. Once you can show yourself the love you deserve, treat yourself the way you deserve, the right man won't come and do that because you won't let it happen anymore. You're not going to let that shit happen. You're going to know who to let in because they deserve to love you and to be loved by you. And that's what everyone needs to get through their head is you may be seeking external love, but if you're not loving yourself the way you want to be loved, no one else is going to love you that way first. You have to do it first. And Caitlyn and Jess, they were friends too. But Caitlyn, she did the same thing, looked at externally. She couldn't look inner. She had too many demons, too many struggles, too many things in her head, not allowing her to think for herself, to make decisions for herself. And that's what happens, is if you let that shit take over, it won't go away. So you have to fight them now before they take over. And that shit's no joke. So please, just know that this is no joke. Mental health is no joke. If you feel alone, things are happening, you can't handle it, reach out to someone. Reach out to anyone. But don't hesitate. Because I promise you, there's always going to be dark days, dark thoughts, problems, always. But if you can just get your strength to get through them, I promise you that you'll always, always find a reason for why those things happened. You just have to keep going. Never give up. Never give up. If you watch this whole video, thank you so much. Share it, because people out there really need to hear this. People just don't understand that you're not alone. These things are okay to feel. Just get through them. Call someone, be with someone. Don't do things alone. You can do this, though. You can do it. You can do it.